Hello, welcome back to another me reading stories, episode 2, part 2. I'm Robot, Mysteriousman plus DeathriderZ battles. I'm RobotGz. Last time I read some of my second story I wrote. And in this part, I will continue where we left off. So, let's go. Alright, so I left off at Mysteriousman vs. Dragonborn, and it'll take place in the world of Skyrim. It was a peaceful day outside, and the Dragonborn was off adventuring towards finding another dragon to fight or learning a new shout. And then out of nowhere teleported Mysteriousman, and then the Dragonborn drawed out his weapons. And I don't mean him drawing in the air with crayons or a marker. And then Mysteriousman said, "Hello, Dovahkiin. I already know that you can't talk, so let me get to the point. I am Mysteriousman, the most powerful man in the universe, and I'm challenging you to a one-on-one battle. Do you accept?" And then the Dragonborn nods his head, and then Mysteriousman said, "Good." And then the battle begun. The Dragonborn attacked first using one of his shouts, which was "Usrota!" And then Mysteriousman dodged it and counterattacked with his fist, hitting Dragonborn head-on, which sent him flying towards a windmill and crashed it into it, while also destroying it. And then Dragonborn was getting up while coughing up 8% of his blood, and then he sprinted towards Mysteriousman and attacking him with his dragon sword and shield. And then Mysteriousman defended against it, and then counterattacked with an iron sword that was on fire. And then Dragonborn started to bleed more while on fire, which is at 22%. And then Mysteriousman's iron sword that was on fire transformed back into his staff of powers. And then Mysteriousman said, "You seem to be almost dead, so why not finish this battle?" And then the Dragonborn nodded and prepared his final attack, which was "Yutoshua!" a fire shell, and aimed it at Mysteriousman. And then Mysteriousman prepared his final attack, which was Raging Demon. And then the fire shout passed Mysteriousman, and then Mysteriousman used his final attack, which is a lot of punches and maybe some kicks. And then Dragonborn's soul was gone into the spirit realm. And then Mysteriousman said, "You lived to your name, Dovahkiin, and it was an interesting battle. Now I will take my leave. Cheerio." And after he said that, he teleported to his next battle, which was Mysteriousman vs. Kirby, and the battle will take place in Dreamland. It was quite a peaceful day in Dreamland, and Kirby was sleeping in his house. And then he heard a loud boom outside, so he got up and went to check it out. And then when Kirby got there, he saw a huge crater, and also saw a man appearing out of the smoke. And then the man jumped right in front of Kirby and then said, "Hello, Kirby. I've been waiting to meet you for a long time. I'm Mysteriousman, the most powerful man in the universe, and I already know you can't talk, so let me get straight to the point. I'm here to challenge you to a duel. Will you accept?" And then Kirby nodded, and then Mysteriousman said, "Very good." And then the battle began. Kirby turned towards the crash and sucked up the fire, and then transforming him into Fire Kirby. And after he transformed, he began spitting fire at Mysteriousman. And then Mysteriousman absorbed the flames and counterattacked Kirby using a suplex attack and making a dent in the ground. And then Kirby lost his power and also lost 6% of his health. And then Kirby used a fighting glove, which he got from his black hole stomach, and turned into Fire Kirby. And then he started attacking Mysteriousman with his fists and feet. And then Mysteriousman collided with him using his fists and feet. And they kept fighting like this until Mysteriousman counterattacked with a Soryuken! And then Kirby fell to the ground and lost his power, and also lost 90% of his health. And then Mysteriousman said, "Let's finish this, hmm?" And Kirby nodded, and prepared his final attack, which was using a fruit that made him transform into Supernova Kirby. And then he started trying to swallow Mysteriousman. And then Mysteriousman prepared his final attack, but he also got sucked into Kirby. And now he's inside Kirby's black hole stomach. And then Mysteriousman used his final attack, which was Obliteration, which made him teleport out of Kirby and attack his inside and outside, making him explode and leaving his skin all over the ground. And then Mysteriousman said while putting his top hat on one of Kirby's skins, "I'm sorry, my good friend. It had to be done. But I did enjoy our battle together, and will not forget your amazing feats as the Star Warrior you are." And after he said that, he vanished into thin air, and went to his next battle, which was Mysteriousman versus Blaze Fireflame. One of my Wizard 101 characters. And the battle will take place in the world of Wizard 101. It was a normal day in Wizard 101 as Blaze was venturing out on one of his quests. A mysterious tall man appeared out of nowhere and said, "Hello, Blaze. It's about time we meet." And then Blaze said, "Hi, who are you?" And then the mysterious tall man said, "I am Mysteriousman. I am here to challenge you to a duel. Will you accept?" And then Blaze said, "Sure, but we'll have to go to the arena." And then Mysteriousman said, "Very well, let's go." And so they traveled to the arena on Unicorn Way and made it there. And then the battle started. Blaze started first by casting himself a fire shield, which takes 80% of fire damage. And then Mysteriousman said, "That won't work." And then attacked Blaze with Ice Fist. And Blaze took 16% damage and then said, "This will be tougher than I thought." And then Blaze casted a life attack spell, which was a centaur, and he tried attacking Mysteriousman with an arrow, and Mysteriousman dodged it and attacked with a demon skeleton, and it attacked Blaze, making him lose 9% more of his health. And then Blaze thought, "Oh great, I'm almost dead. I better heal before he finishes me off." Just hold on, I just need to make sure this. Yeah. Okay, it's still going. Alright, good. Alright. And then Blaze cast a life spell on him, which was a pixie, and he regained his health. And then Mysteriousman said, "Smart move, but it won't be enough." And then Blaze said, "Damn, at least I did my best." And then Mysteriousman attacked with his staff of powers and used Dimension Punch. And Blaze was defeated and teleported to another dimension, which would be, he sent Blaze to Mysteriousman's ship. And then Mysteriousman said, while tipping his hat, "No, I won't kill you because my master said you were important, so instead I took you somewhere else. And by the way, your skills in battle are remarkable, but I will be taking my leave. Good day." And after he said that, he teleported to his next battle, which is Mysteriousman versus Captain Marcus. And the battle will take place in Lost Saga. It is a normal day in Lost Saga, and Captain Marcus was training / waiting at his headquarters for a battle. And then a random person messaged him saying, "Hello, Captain Marcus," or should I say, Rockman 7. And then the captain was surprised and replied with, "Hello, how did you know my original name? And then the random person messaged back saying, because I know all about you and how great you were back in the day when you were happy. And then the captain replied back with, I see. Yes, I was one of the best players back then, but now I'm not sure. So what's your name? What do you want? And what do you want? And then the random person messaged back with, I'm Mysteriousman. I'm here to challenge you to a one-on-one battle. Do you accept? And then the captain replied back with, sure, as long as you don't use pay-to-win gear. And also, it's been a while since I faced someone, so sorry in advance if I'm too rusty. And then Mysteriousman said, messaged back with, oh, I won't. I know how much not fun those gears are. I understand, so should you make the room or shall I? And then the captain replied back with, good, I'm glad you understand, and I'll make the room. And then the captain left his headquarters, and Mysteriousman replied back with, okay, sounds fine. And so the captain made the room and invited Mysteriousman. And then Mysteriousman said, you choose the stage. I'm not very picky on where I fight. And then the captain said, very well, Pirate Bay good for you? And then Mysteriousman said, while smirking, I'm great with it, and I'm glad you chose a fitting stage for your fight, for our fight. And then Captain said, yes, no problem. Also, could you please not call me by my original name again, while we're fighting? And then Mysteriousman said, of course, Captain. And then the captain clicked the start fight button, and then it began counting down from 5, and then it got to 0, and then they were transferred to Pirate Bay. And Mysteriousman already spawned at his points, and the captain was deciding which mercenary to choose, and he chose Death Knight. And now the battle finally begins. The captain attacked first by using his death sword, and Mysteriousman clashed with him using a cane sword, and they kept doing this for a minute until Mysteriousman counterattacked with his cane sword, which made the captain lose 7% of his health. And then the captain used one of his skills, which was Death Slash, and aimed it towards Mysteriousman. And Mysteriousman dodged it and counterattacked with his cane sword again, making the captain lose 9% more of his health. And then the captain decided to switch mercenaries, and he chose Boxer this time, and then attacked Mysteriousman with his fighting gloves. And then Mysteriousman clashed also using fists, and they kept doing this for a few minutes until Mysteriousman counterattacked with his fists, making the captain lose 8% more of his health. And then the captain smirked and then said, this is quite interesting and fun, but now I'll take it up a notch. And then the captain changed his mercenary to Captain Hook. Well, it's Captain Claw now in the US version. And then the Mysteriousman said, while evilly smirking, very well, then let's see how long you can fight for then. And then the captain dashed towards Mysteriousman and attacking him with his hook, and Mysteriousman crashed again, this time using a cutlass sword. And then they kept fighting for a good long while, and then they stopped, and then the captain said, let's finish this up, shall we? And then the captain prepared his final attack, which was a very huge bomb, and then Mysteriousman said, yes, let's. And then Mysteriousman also prepared his final attack. And then the captain threw the huge bomb at Mysteriousman, and the bomb blew up, and all the captain could see was this mist. And then out of the mist, Mysteriousman used his final attack, which was Dimension Kick, and aimed it at the captain. And the captain was defeated and teleported to another area / dimension, which would be Mysteriousman's ship again. And then Mysteriousman said while tipping his top hat, that was quite a blast, my good friend. And don't worry, I planned on keeping you alive My master also said that you are important to him, but now I'll be taking my leave of this wretched game." And after he said that, he vanished into thin air. And on to his next battle, which is Mysteriousman versus Dracula Mihawk. And the battle will take place at Thorbark. At Thorbark, the two opponents have already arrived there and were staring at each other. And then Mysteriousman said, "Hello, Mihawk. I'm Mysteriousman. I'm here to challenge you." And then Mihawk said, "Hello to you too. And why are you challenging me?" And then Mysteriousman said, "Because I heard rumors that you were the greatest swordsman, and I'm here to test that." And then Mihawk said, "Very well, then come at me when you're ready." And then the battle begins. Mysteriousman attacked first by using his cane sword, and Mihawk was defending against those attacks for a while until Mihawk tried counterattacking Mysteriousman, and Mysteriousman dodged it and counterattacked back at him, and Mihawk defended against it just in the nick of time. And so they duked it out for some time until Mysteriousman counterattacked Mihawk with his cane sword, making him lose 9% of his health. And then Mihawk said, "This is turning out quite interesting. I've never fought someone like you before." And then Mysteriousman said, "True, but you have fought against powerful foes before." And then Mihawk said, "Indeed. Now let's get back to our swordplay." And then Mysteriousman said, "Indeed, let's." And then the fight continued. Mihawk attacked first this time using up his black sword, and then Mysteriousman defended against it and counterattacked this time with a rapier. And Mihawk couldn't dodge it or deflect it because it was too fast, which made him lose 14% more of his blood. And then Mihawk prepared his final attack without saying anything and aimed it towards Mysteriousman. And it was a sword slash that could cut through anything except diamonds. And then Mysteriousman saw the attack and then said while preparing his final attack, "A surprise attack. I expect no less from you, Mihawk." And Mysteriousman blew away Mihawk's attack and got close to Mihawk while he was distracted and sliced Mihawk's whole body in half. And then Mysteriousman said while tipping his hat, "You did very well for yourself, Mihawk, and I can see why they call you the world's greatest swordsman. And don't worry, I'll tell Shanks what happened to you, even though I'm pretty sure he wouldn't like it. But I want to inform him anyways, so good day." And after he said that, Mysteriousman teleported to his next battle, which is Mysteriousman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And the battle will take place in the sewers of New York. It was a quiet night in New York, and the turtles were eating pizza, and all of a sudden their TV turned on for some reason, and they saw a man with a top hat on TV, and then the TV said, "Hello, turtles. I'm Mysteriousman. I've got one of your friends tied up here with me." And then the TV shows April O'Neil. "Now, if you want to save her, you'll have to come fight me." And then Mysteriousman evilly laughs. And then the TV turned off by itself, and the turtles say, "All right, let's go fight this guy." And then Master Splinter said, "Wait, my sons." And the turtles say, "What is it, Master Splinter?" And then Master Splinter said, "This opponent you're about to face is far more powerful than any other foes you face. So I want you to work as a team and be careful, especially you, Michelangelo." And the turtles say, "Yes, Sensei." And then Mikey says, "Okay, fine, but I'm not promising I won't break something." And after they said their goodbyes to Master Splinter, the turtles went to where Mysteriousman was, and when they got there, Mysteriousman evilly smirked and then said, "Welcome, turtles. I see you've accepted my invitation, but you fell right into my trap." And Mysteriousman points to a April O'Neil hologram. You see, I need to get your attention, and this was one of the ways of doing so. And after Mysteriousman said that, Raphael got angry and got his weapons out and went to attack Mysteriousman. And then Leo said, "Raph, wait!" And Mysteriousman was dodging Raph's attacks. And then the other turtles got out their weapons and went to attack Mysteriousman. And now the battle finally begins. Mysteriousman attacked first by punching Raph in the face and forcing him into his shell. And then Mysteriousman used Raph's shell as a bowling ball, and then Leo and Donnie dodged it, and Raph's shell hit Mikey, and they both said, "Ah, shell shock." And then Mysteriousman teleported to where Raph and Mikey were, and he was going to attack them both until Leo asked Donnie to catapult him over to where Mysteriousman was using his staff. And Donnie nodded his head and went with the plan. And so Leo attacked Mysteriousman with his katanas, and Mysteriousman defended against it. And then Donnie tried attacking Mysteriousman from behind. And Mysteriousman grabbed Donnie's staff and threw him against Leo, which knocked both of them to the ground. And then Mysteriousman attacked Mikey with nunchucks and attacked with precise pressure to blow his head off. And then Raph got up and said, "Mikey!" and then started attacking Mysteriousman. And then Mysteriousman said, while dodging Raph's attacks, "Haven't you learned before that attacking head-on, applied directly to the forehead, isn't the best strategy?" And then Raph said, well, screw you." And while Raph was fighting Mysteriousman, Leo and Donnie got up and also started attacking Mysteriousman. And then Mysteriousman used his staff of powers and electrocuted all the turtles, and they all said, "Ah, shell shock." And then Mysteriousman teleported behind Raph and assassinated him with a sigh. A weapon that looks like a trident, only smaller. And yeah, okay. And then Leo and Donnie got up and said, "Raph!" And then they both attacked Mysteriousman, and then he dodged it and counterattacked them both. And then he went to go finish Donnie, but then a shuriken passed him, and then he turned around and it was Leo. And the Mysteriousman used "so" and punched Leo in the face, knocking him unconscious. And then Mysteriousman attacked Donnie with a wooden staff, and he was holding the staff like a baseball bat, and then he hit Donnie head on with it, and making his head explode. And then Mysteriousman said, "3 down, 1 to go." And then Leo woke up and saw what happened to Donnie, and then said, "Mikey, Raffy, Donnie, I will avenge their deaths and be done with you, murderer." And then Mysteriousman said while shrugging his shoulders, "Fine, let's see what you have. But I should let you know after this battle, I can resurrect you guys. I'm not saying I will, but I can." And then Leo said, "Oh, well, I'll still fight you though." And then Mysteriousman said, "Very well then." And then Leo attacked Mysteriousman, and then Mysteriousman clashed swords with him, and then they both did this for a few minutes until Mysteriousman counterattacked, which made Leo bleed 17% of his blood. And then Leo said, "Let's finish this." And then Leo swinged his katanas at Mysteriousman, and Mysteriousman said, "Yes, let's." And he broke Leo's katanas and did one of his final special attacks, which was obliteration, and used it on Leo, and all of Leonardo's body exploded, leaving nothing but his shell. And then Mysteriousman said while tipping his top hat, "That was quite fun, and I can see why you're one of the best teams out there, but now I will take my leave. Good day." And then Mysteriousman evilly laughs and leaves in a shroud of mist and onto his next battle, which is Mysteriousman versus Gino. And the battle will take place in the forest maze. After the evil domination of Smithy, Gino's spirit was sent back to Star World, where he rests there until he is needed again. So a few days passed, and the Guardians of Star Road asked Gino to go help out in the forest, and he said, "Fine." And so Gino's spirit was sent down into a wooden doll that has special abilities. And when Gino's spirit was in the doll, he got up and went over to the forest maze. At the forest maze, he saw a smoke signal and in the distance, so he went to check it out. And when he got there, he saw a man with a top hat sitting on the ground and roasting marshmallows. And then Gino said to the man, "Excuse me, are you the one who destroyed part of this forest?" And then the man with the top hat got up and dusted dirt off the dirt and then said, "Yes, I am. What are you going to do about it?" And then Gino said, "Nothing, but I want you to apologize for what you did." And after Gino said that, the man in the top hat eagerly smiled and then pointed his hand at the forest and fired a missile, destroying another part of the forest. And then Gino angrily said, "What did you do that for?" And then the man in the top hat said, "Well, I did that because I don't want to apologize for what I did and see if maybe now you'll do something about it." And then Gino said, "Yes, I will do something about it, but you're going to regret not apologizing. Also, what's your name?" And then the man in the top hat said, while evilly smirking, "Good. My name is Mysteriousman." And then Gino said, "I see." And then the battle begins. Gino attacked first by using his arm rockets and aimed it towards Mysteriousman. And Mysteriousman dodged them and counterattacked with his staff of powers. And since Gino is wooden, he can't bleed, so part of him is partially broken. And then Gino tried normally attacking Mysteriousman, and then Mysteriousman defended against it and counterattacked back with the hammer, sending Gino flying through the forest and destroying trees on the way. And then he stopped, and that last attack made 6% more of his wood fall off. And then he got up and used one of his special attacks, which was Gino Cannon, and aimed it towards Mysteriousman. And then Mysteriousman dodged it and then teleported to where Gino was and attacked him with his fists, making Gino lose 13% more of its wood. And then Gino said, "I must protect this land from evil. I have one more trick up my sleeve to finish you off." And then Gino prepared his final attack, which was Gino Whirl! And then Mysteriousman said, "It's always good to see someone fight to protect ours, and I bet your trick won't finish me off." And then Mysteriousman prepared his final attack, but he won't use it yet. And then Gino aimed his final attack at Mysteriousman, and then Mysteriousman dodged it and then used Spiritual Punch. And this attack made Gino's spirit go back to Star Road, and the wooden doll to a toy again. And then Mysteriousman said while tipping his hat, "That was quite interesting. I can see why you're one of Star Road's guardians, and why you're popular among the fans. But I will be taking my leave. Good day." After that, he evilly laughed. And then teleports to his next battle, which is Mysteriousman versus the 3 Navy Admirals of One Piece, Akainu, Aokiji, and Kizaru. And the battle will take place at Marineford. It was a quiet, peaceful day at Marineford, and the 3 admirals were in their rooms waiting for their next mission. Meanwhile, at the front of Marineford, there was a marine ship coming in to anchor, but little did the Marines know there was someone on that ship who wasn't a Marine. So when the Marine ship came about halfway into the front of Marineford, the ship anchored, which made all the Marines confused, but one of the Marines saw a silhouette jump off the ship and head towards them. and the mysterious person started killing Marines left and right, which started making a racket outside. So meanwhile, in Marine 4, the three admirals heard the racket outside and went to check it out. And when they got there, they were horrified at what they saw, and they saw a man sitting on top of killed Marines. Top of a bunch of killed Marines. And he voiced Birkin and then said, "Hello, gentlemen. I seem to have finally gotten your attention. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Mysteriousman, the most powerful man in the universe. I came here for two reasons. I'll tell you the first reason, and then after your answer, I'll tell you the second reason. So the first reason is that I wanted to ask you three a question." And the three admirals say, "What is it?" And then Mysteriousman said, "Will you three admirals fight me in the battle?" And then the three admirals said, "Yes, of course." And then Mysteriousman said, "Good. Now I can tell you the second reason I'm here. The second reason I'm here is to literally destroy Marine 4 out of existence." And after Mysteriousman said that, the three admirals were shocked and angry, especially Akainu, in which he tried to attack Mysteriousman, and Mysteriousman defended against it, and now the battle finally starts. Mysteriousman attacked first by punching Akainu in the guts and throwing him at the other two admirals, in which the attack went through them since they can evaporate since they ate Logia devil fruits. And then Kizaru teleported behind Mysteriousman and was going to attack him. And then Aokiji fired Ice Partisan. It's basically an ice spear at Mysteriousman. And then Mysteriousman dodged both attacks and counterattacked them both at the same time by using a clone of himself, knocking them unconscious for a while. And when they were unconscious, Mysteriousman teleported to where he threw Akainu and was about to finish him off until Akainu attacked Mysteriousman with Hell Out, a magma attack that looks like a dog. And then Mysteriousman used Akainu's attack for energy and then pulled Akainu's heart out of his chest and crushed it right in front of him, making him die. And then Mysteriousman said, "That's for killing Ace." And after Mysteriousman said that, Kaizo shot a light beam at Mysteriousman, and Aokiji shot Ice Partisans, and Mysteriousman, and then Mysteriousman dodged both of them again and counterattacked them at the same time, except this time he killed Kizaru with his Staff of Powers. And after a few minutes of being unconscious, Aokiji woke up and saw what happened to Kizaru, and then said, "You monster, why didn't you kill me first?" And then Mysteriousman said, "Well, I did like Kizaru, but I didn't like Akainu at all after what you did to Porcos Diaz. I like you the most out of the two other admirals, and I have other reasons amongst liking you, and that's why I didn't kill you first, but don't worry, your time will come." And then Aokiji, "Oh, I see. Why don't we finish this battle and go all out?" And then Mysteriousman evilly smirked and then said, "Sure, let's," and crashed his knuckles, and then Aokiji attacked Mysteriousman with an ice sword, and then Mysteriousman also clashed with him using a scimitar. And then they kept battling for a while until Aokiji's ice sword broke, and Mysteriousman attacked Aokiji with the scimitar, this time imbued in Haki. It's a power that's kind of hard to master. I've already explained it, I think. Well, I'll explain it again, just in case. It's a power that's kind of hard to master, but it weakens devil fruit users and damages them. And Aokiji bled 12% of his blood, and then attacked Mysteriousman with Ice Block President Beck. It's an ice bird attack. And then Mysteriousman defended against it and shattered Aokiji's attack like glass, and then counterattacked with Fire Pillar. And Akushi lost more blood since he's made of ice, almost, which means he's at 19%. And then Akushi said while slowly getting up from the last attack, "I see you know my weakness, so I'm going to try to defeat you with this final attack." And then Akushi prepared his final attack, which was Ice Age. No, not the movie. And then Mysteriousman said, "Well, it wasn't hard to figure out your weakness, and I'd like to see you try." And then Mysteriousman prepared his final attack, which was Dimensional Explosion. And then both of their attacks collided. All Marine 4 was gone. And only one man was standing, and it was Mysteriousman. And then Mysteriousman said, "I know the reason now why Sengoku chose you for being his 3 admirals, Aoki and Kizuru. You're okay by me, but Aokio, I hope someday you change your attitude. Maybe I'll forgive you what you did to Ace. But I'll be taking my leave now. Good day." And after Mysteriousman said that, he evilly laughed and vanished into the thin air, and on to his next battle, which is Mysteriousman versus Deadpool. And the battle will take place at Chuck E. Cheese. Random, yes, I know, but this is Deadpool we're talking about here. It was a busy day at Chuck E. Cheese, and Deadpool was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and was winning every fight. And then Deadpool said, "Alright, who's the next challenger ready to get their butt beat by the one and only Deadpool?" And then the people were just conversing with each other, and then someone raised their hand, and Deadpool saw it and said, "Come up here already." And then the mysterious person said, "If I win against you, you will face me in a real fight. Or if I win against you, will you face me in a real fight?" And then Deadpool said, "Yeah, sure, person I don't know, I probably will win." And then the mysterious person evilly smiled and said, "Good." And then they played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and chose their characters. And then they fought. And Deadpool lost very badly and then said, "Alright, you win. Now let's fight. But first, tell me your name." And then the mysterious person said, "Yes, let's. I'm Mysteriousman, by the way." And then Deadpool said, "Oh, good to know. I was hoping to fight Spider-Man or Wolverine, but I guess it'll do." And then Mysteriousman said, "Trust me, this fight will be worth it." And then Deadpool sighed and said, "Okay." And then the battle begins. Deadpool teleports somewhere else, and then Mysteriousman used his tracking device because he put a tracking dart on Deadpool before the battle started. And then Mysteriousman saw where Deadpool was and was shocked and said, "Oh no." And then quickly teleported to where Deadpool was. Meanwhile, somewhere in Wisconsin, a young adult male was about to be visited by someone. And then Deadpool showed up where the young adult male was and then said, "Hi, what's your name?" And then the young adult male said, "Hello, it's Mark. Nice to meet you, Deadpool. So, what are you doing here?" And then Deadpool said, "Oh, hi, Mark. Nice to meet you. Wait, you know me?" And then Mark said, "Of course, I know you because you're one of the popular Marvel heroes, and I also have a friend who likes what you do. Now, what are you doing here?" And then Deadpool said, "Ah, shucks, you're making me blush. I'm here because, ooh, what are you talking there, amigo?" As Deadpool looks at Mark's laptop, and then Mark said, "That didn't answer my question, but I'm typing / writing about a story where fictional characters and non-fictional characters fight to see who's the best and who will win the tournament. And please answer to why you're here." And then Deadpool said, "Ooh, sounds fun. Can I help?" And then Deadpool reaches for the keyboard, and then Mark said while sighing, I'm getting nowhere with this question. Wait, what are you doing, Deadpool? This is the part where Deadpool is at the keyboard, so if you see any mixed up words or swear words, that be him. And then the Deadpool said, TBG Tap, am I helping? Ooh, they're having a sale at Walmart on chimichangas. And Mark just sits on the floor and face palms. And then out of nowhere, Mysteriousman appears in Mark's room and then says, "Stop what you're doing, Deadpool. Master, are you okay? He didn't hurt you, did he?" As Deadpool stops typing and stands up, Mark says, "Yes, I'm fine. He didn't hurt me, but he did fiddle around with the story I was typing." And then Mysteriousman says, I see. And then Deadpool says, "Man, I was getting to the good part. And wait, he's your master? Guess I'll go ahead and kill him." And then Deadpool tried attacking Mark, and then Mysteriousman jumped in and defended against his attack. And then said, "It won't be that easy killing my master, because you'll have to go through me. So why don't we take this outside?" And then Deadpool said, "Okay, fine." And then they both, both of them left Mark's room and went outside. And then Mark said, "Well, that was interesting." And then Mark got up off the floor. Everybody do the dinosaur, and sat where his laptop desk was. And then said, "Why is there an internet page on chimichangas?" Meanwhile, outside, Mysteriousman and Deadpool finally begin their fight. Deadpool attacked first by using his dual pistol guns and shooting at Mysteriousman, and then Mysteriousman defended against it and counterattacked by using a musket and shooting Deadpool in the head. And then a few minutes later, his head heals back to normal. And then Deadpool said, "Did you forget that I can regenerate just as fast as Wolverine?" And then Mysteriousman said, "No, I didn't forget. I was just warming up." And then Deadpool said, "Oh, okay." And then Deadpool attacked Mysteriousman with his twin katanas. And then Mysteriousman clashed with him using a rapier. And they kept fighting like this for a few minutes until Deadpool said, "Hey, did you see that one movie where that guy finds out his father is a bad guy?" And then Mysteriousman said, "Yes, I did see that movie. It's called Star Wars." And then Deadpool said, "Oh, that's what it was called." And then Mysteriousman cut off Deadpool's arm. And then Deadpool said, "No matter how many times you try, I'll just keep regenerating." And then Mysteriousman said, "Just wait a few minutes and see what happens." And so they waited a few minutes and nothing happened with Deadpool's arm. And then Deadpool said, "What did you do?" And then Mysteriousman said, "Well, you know that sword you used to kill Wolverine?" And then Deadpool said, "Yeah, what about it?" And then Mysteriousman said, "Well, I used it on you." And then Deadpool said, "Oh, but why didn't you kill me right away?" And then Mysteriousman said, "Well, because I like to make my battles more interesting rather than just killing a person and moving on." And then Deadpool said, "Oh, okay." And then Deadpool started attacking Mysteriousman normally, and then Mysteriousman defended against it, and then counterattacked back by stabbing Deadpool's heart with his staff of powers. And then he whispered into Deadpool's ears and said, "This is for killing the entire Marvel Universe." And after Mysteriousman said that, he sliced Deadpool's head off, and the rest of Deadpool's body just collapses to the ground. And then Mysteriousman said while tipping his top hat, "It was quite a fun battle, and I see why they call you the Merc with the Mouth. But now I'll be taking my leave. Good day." And after Mysteriousman said that, he evilly laughed. And then teleported to his last battle, which is Mysteriousman versus Metal Sonic. And the battle will take place in a destroyed city. After killing every Sonic character and destroying most of the cities, Metal Sonic shouts, Is there any worthy opponent to challenge me? And then he heard someone walking towards him and saying, I'll challenge you. And then Metal Sonic said, Good, a challenger. What's your name? And then the mysterious person said, I'm Mysteriousman. And then Metal Sonic said, This ought to be interesting. And then Mysteriousman said, Quite. And then the battle begins. Metal Sonic tried scanning Mysteriousman's fighting moves. And then the computer says, unable to scan. And then Metal Sonic said, What do you mean, unable to, you can't scan him? And then the computer says, Don't complain to me. Would you like to report to Microsoft? And then Metal Sonic facepalms and then says, No, I don't. And then Mysteriousman said, Having problems? And then Metal Sonic said, Yeah, what did you do? And then Mysteriousman said, while evilly smirking, I either sent a signal to your scan computer so it wouldn't scan me, or I'm just so powerful enough that it said, Nope, I ain't doing this. And then Metal Sonic said, Oh, wait, what? And then Metal Sonic fired a missile at Mysteriousman, and then Mysteriousman dodged it, and then counterattacked with a chainsaw, and sawed off one of Metal Sonic's legs. And then Metal Sonic tried attacking Mysteriousman with normal attacks. And then Mysteriousman defended against it. And then counterattacked again with the chainsaw and sawing off the other leg. And then Metal Sonic said to himself, This isn't good. If this keeps up, I'll be dead. Time to pull out the big guns. And then Metal Sonic grabbed the 7 Chaos Emeralds he stored in his body and used them to turn into Super Metal Sonic. And his legs regenerated and could use them again. And then Metal Sonic said, as he was preparing his final attack, Now it's time for you to die. And then he shoots a very large laser beam at Mysteriousman. And then Mysteriousman said, while preparing his final attack, I'd like to see you try and kill me. And then Mysteriousman used Dark Dimension, in which he avoided Metal Sonic's attack and then teleported right behind him and then put him in this black ball in which it looks small on the outside, but on the inside it's very large. And then Mysteriousman cloned himself multiple times and started attacking Metal Sonic with normal attacks, and then Metal Sonic tried to defend most of the attacks, but he couldn't handle the onslaught. And so after a few more attacks, Mysteriousman dissipated his clones and then snapped his fingers. And then Metal Sonic turned into little bits and pieces of metal. And the city that they were fighting in miraculously revived in being a normal town again. And then Mysteriousman said while tipping his hat, That was quite an interesting battle. I can see why you're a troublesome force for Sonic, but now I will be taking my leave. Good day. And then Mysteriousman eagerly laughs, and then teleports to his arena that he made himself, in which he picks 2 opponents to duke it out, and chooses the perfect setting for them to fight. And so, without further ado, the first DeathriderZ battle is Enel versus Thor from Marvel Comics. And the stage they'll be fighting on is Skypia. After recovering from the battle with Luffy, Enel came back to Skypia on his flying arc and decided to destroy the rest of Skypia. And so he stopped his flying arc in the right place and started moving around. And then started catching lightning and destroying most of the town. And then, when he was about to finish off the last of the town, Thor interrupted his lightning strike, and then Enel said, Who are you, and what did you stop me? And why did you stop me? And then Thor said, I am Thor's son of Odin, and I have stopped you because it's my duty to save people from evil scum like you. And then Enel laughs. and says, "Fine, let's see what you can do, dead son of Odin." And then the battle begins. Thor attacks first by using a lightning attack, and it didn't affect Enel at all. And then Enel used, "Oh, Thor!" and that didn't seem to affect Thor. And then they both stared at each other. And then Thor said, "How about we try attacking each other normally?" And then Enel said, "Fine." And then Thor attacked with his hammer, and Enel dodged his attacks by using mantra. It's basically an instinct where you know when the opponent is going to attack. And then Enel counterattacked using his golden staff, and then Thor dodged it. They stopped fighting for a few minutes, and then Thor asked Enel a question: "Why are you hurting these people and destroying their homes?" And then Enel said, "Because I have no need for them. Or this place. What I want is fairy worth." And then Thor was angered by his response and then said, "Very well, if that's how it is, I'll smite you down where you stand." And then Enel laughed, and then said, "I'd like to see you try." And then they fought for some more and kept dodging each other's attacks, until Enel formed his golden staff into a trident by using his electric abilities, and then stabbed Thor multiple times until he was dead. And then Enel said while laughing, "I expect more from you, son of Odin, and now I can finally finish what I started here." And then the battle was over. The next battle will be Captain Curl versus the Grim Reaper, and the battle will take place on a moving pirate ship. One day on a stormy night, Captain Kerr was devising another plan until one of his crewmates interrupted him and said, "Captain, there's someone on deck, sir." And then Kuro said, "Fine, I'll go check it out." And then Kuro went to the deck and saw a cloaked figure right by the mast, and then said, "Who are you, and what do you want?" And then the cloaked figure said, "I'm the Grim Reaper, and I've come to claim your soul." And then Kuro chuckles a bit, and then said, "Very well, how about this? If you beat me in battle, then my soul is yours to claim." And then the Reaper said, "Okay, I'll accept your challenge." And then the battle begins. Kuro makes the first attack, and then the Reaper defended against it, and then counterattacked back with his scythe, and then Kuro defended against it and counterattacked back with his claws. And then the two opponents kept going like this for quite a while, until the Reaper counterattacked with his scythe, and he missed. But he put his skeleton hand on Kuro's left arm, and then Kuro started to get older and older, until he was nothing but bones. And then the Reaper took his soul, and then said, "A deal is a deal, Captain Kuro." And then the Reaper disappears out of nowhere. And the next battle will be Blaze Fire Flame from Wizard War 1 versus Captain Margus from Lost Saga. And the battle takes place in Lost Saga since it's already a fighting game. One day in Wizard City, Blaze was hanging out in the Commons, and then a few minutes later he saw a portal opening up and decided to check out what's inside. So he jumps into the portal and wound up in a Lost Saga headquarters, and then was greeted by a man with an afro saying, "Hello, and welcome to Lost Saga. I'm Developer K, but you can call me Dev K for short." And then Blaze said, "Oh, hi Dev K. I have 3 questions. What is Lost Saga? 2, what is this place I'm at? And 3, what am I?" And then Dev K said, "Well, Lost Saga is the game you're in, and it's a fighting genre. This place you're at is your own headquarters to train new cobbles and heroes, or mercenaries. You're a male fire mage, because it seemed to me that there was a glitch with the time gate when you came through from another dimension, which you were a pyromancer. And so our system couldn't make you a shadow assassin or savage berserker because of those two reasons. But don't worry, you can change into other heroes or mercenaries. And then Blaze said, "Okay, yeah, I was a pyromancer, and it kind of makes sense it would default me to this fire mage, as you so call it. And what are heroes slash mercenaries?" And then DevK said, "Okay, so the fire mage is one of the many mercenaries you can hire, and they differ from melee range, magic, special, premium, rare, unique." And for the premium, rare slash unique ones, you actually have to spend real money on hiring them. And then Blaze said, "Oh, okay, thank you." And then DevK said nothing. And then Blaze said, "I said thank you." Oh, wait, right. It must be an NPC, non-playable character. And so Blaze hired the other mages in the shop and started to train because he didn't know where or not he can go back to Wizard 101. And while he was training, a player messaged him saying, "Hello." And then Blaze said, "Hello, who are you?" And then the player said, "Oh, sorry, my name is Captain Marcus, or you can call me Marcus for short." And then Blaze said, "Oh, okay, Marcus, what do you want?" And then Marcus said, "Well, I see that you're new here, so how about a friendly challenge?" And then Blaze said, "Well, yeah, I just started training, but yeah, sure, what kind of challenge?" And then Marcus said, "Oh, well, I was thinking for the challenge, 1 versus 1 duel. You up for that?" And then Blaze said, "Sure, I could try my skills in a real battle." And then Marcus said, "Okay, I'll make the room." And then Blaze said, "Okay." And then Marcus made the room, and then invited Blaze. And when Blaze came into the room, Marcus said, "I'll warn you beforehand that I'm very good at this game." And then Blaze said, "Oh, okay, that's good to know." And then Marcus chose the stage option as random and hit the start button. And it begins counting down from 5 to 0, and they teleport to a map called Ancient Ruins and spawned on different locations on the map and started to choose their mercenaries. Marcus decided to go with Death Knight, and then Blaze said to himself while choosing Shaman, "I don't want to start off with my best, so I'll go for you right now." And then the battle finally begins. Marcus made the first attack with his death sword, and then Blaze defended against it, and then tried counterattack back with a ghost skeleton hand. And then Marcus defended against it and counterattacked with his sword. And Blaze didn't defend fast enough, so he took damage. And then tried using one of his skills, which was Curse. And then Marcus avoided it, and then Blaze tried to attack again using the ghost skeleton hand, and then Marcus defended against it, and then counterattacked back by using one of his skills called Shadow Demon, and moves back and forth while punching Blaze. And then Blaze defended some of it and took partial damage. And then Blaze said to himself, "Time to switch to something different." And then Blaze swapped to an Ice Mage, and then started attacking Marcus with Ice Staff. And then Marcus got caught off guard and took damage. And then Marcus started to charge his Death Sword. And then Blaze looked confused for a bit, and then started to charge his Magic Staff. And when Marcus's Death Sword was fully charged, he aimed for Blaze and attacked him. And Blaze was caught off guard, so he flew high up into the air. And then Marcus jumped into the air and then slammed Blaze to the ground, losing most of his health. And then Blaze said to himself, while getting up, "Alright, and then it's time to bring my best shot and win out." And then Blaze swapped to his final mercenary, the Fire Mage, and then said while moving to attack Marcus, "Alright, I'm not messing around anymore, I'm going all out." And then Marcus said to himself, might as well make it interesting and change to my best. And then Marcus swapped to his best mercenary, kind of. Captain Hook slash Claw. Also the Claw! And then Marcus also moved to attack Blaze, and they both clashed and kept going, bow for blow. And then Blaze used one of his skills, which created a sort of fire circle. And then Marcus avoided it, and then counterattacked back with his hook. And Blaze took minor damage and was almost out of health. And then said, while using his last skill, Meteor! At least I did my best, but now it's time to go all out. And then Mir came from above and hit Marcus dead on. And then Blaze did some combos on him. And Marcus was at half health and got up and then went over to Blaze. And Blaze was caught off guard and took 4 hits. And then Marcus used his weapon skill, which was called Bomb Scatter, and then said, and now for the finish. Marcus threw out multiple bombs, which made Blaze's body go in the air for a bit. And then Marcus jumped up and then slammed Blaze to the ground, thus defeating him and making him unconscious. And then Marcus said, "You did do your best, even though you're new. It wasn't enough." And then Marcus took Blaze's body to his HQ, and then went to the time portal / gate. And then DeathriderZ said, "What are you doing?" And then Marcus said, "Taking this person back to his dimension. He doesn't belong here." And then DeathriderZ said, "You know what will happen if you do that, right? Besides, shouldn't you ask him first if he wants to leave?" And then Marcus said, "Yes, I know what will happen when I do this, and I'm ready for the consequences. Even if I do ask him, he's better off in his own dimension rather than this heck hole." And then DeathriderZ said, "Okay." And then Marcus said the time portal / gate, and then threw Blaze's body in there, and then said, "I wonder what kind of person will show up next in this place. Well, if someone else comes through, I'll be ready, hopefully." And now for the next battle, which is RobotGz versus Blaze Fireflame. And the battle will take place at Little Garden. While Ace was still looking for Blackbeard, he decided to stop at an item to get food. When he was walking around the forest and avoiding the giants that were there and battling, he noticed the portal, and then he saw a man fall out of it, and then Ace went to see if he was okay. And when Ace got to him, he asked, "Are you okay? Are you hurt?" And then the man got up, and while he was gaining up, his gear from Witherall 1 started to reappear. And then the man said, I'm fine. And I'm hurt a little bit, but I should be okay. Who are you?" And then they said, "Oh, I'm RobotGz. Who are you?" And then the man said, "Nice to meet you, Ace. I'm Blaze Fireflame." And then Ace said, "Nice to meet you, but what kind of last name is that?" And then Blaze said, "Well, I come from somewhere else where you kind of get to name yourself, but your last name, sort of. But your last name will kind of be weird or sound funny." And then Blaze said to himself in his mind, "Speaking of weird, my gear came back, which is convenient for the time being." And then they said, "Okay, do you want to talk about it while I make a campfire?" And then Blaze said, "I want to, but I really need to go back to where I belong. So I'm going to take this portal and hope I can get back home." And then they said, "Okay, hope you get to where you need to be." And then Blaze said, "Thanks." And then Mysteriousman interrupted their conversation and said, What do you think you're doing? You're supposed to bow." And then both of them said, "There's no reason to bow." And then Mysteriousman said, "Okay, look, You two are very good pyromancers, and I want to see which one is the best. And then Ace said, wait, you're a pyromancer? And then Blaze said, yep, and I'm proud of it. And then Ace said, I see, but there's still no reason to fight you other than to see who's the best. And then Blaze said, I agree. And then Blaze said, now can I go? And then Mysteriousman appeared by both of them and then said, no, you can't go until you fight Ace. I don't care if it's a friendly duel, but if neither of you fight, I'll kill you both of you. And call it a draw. And don't worry, Blaze, once you go through that portal again, you'll go back home. Now fight unless you two want to take me on. And then Blaze said, oh man, looks over at Ace. Do you want to duel or combine our forces against them? And then Ace said, let's duel, because if we take on Mysteriousman, we'll both die. And it's the same situation if we didn't duel. And then Blaze said, okay, smart choice. And then Mysteriousman said, okay, good. No, I don't want to have to come down here again. And after he teleported back to his chair above the arena, and now the battle finally begins. Ace makes the first attack by normally attacking Blaze, and then Blaze defended against it. And now I know what you're thinking. You shouldn't be able to defend a physical attack unless he has a tower or absorb shield on. Well, you're technically right, but he did just recently spend some time in Lost Saga where he learned some new combat strategies. And counterattack back with his wand. And then Ace defended against it, and then Ace used Fire Fist, and then Blaze defended against it by casting Fire Shield, but took little damage. And then Ace used Firefly, and then a little green orb surrounded Blaze, and then Blaze was confused. And then the orbs exploded, and then Blaze took 13% damage, and then casted Phoenix on Ace. And then the Phoenix breathed fire on him, and it didn't affect Ace. And then Ace said, how did you summon that thing? And then Blaze said, well, it's something called a spell card, in which you summon a monster or thing to damage your enemy. And in your case, it didn't work. And then Ace said, I see. And then Blaze said to himself, I'm gonna try another fire spell. And if that doesn't work, I'm left with 3 options. And then Ace used Gun! And started shooting fire at Blaze. And then Blaze casted Charge Shield and only took minor damage. And then Blaze casted Elephant, and then the Elephant attacked Ace with a fire sword. And again, it didn't affect him. And then Ace used Flame Commander, and then Blaze casted another tower shield and took minor damage again. And then Ace said, interesting. And then Blaze said, I could say the same about you. And then Ace ran up to Blaze and normally attacked him. And then Blaze defended against it. And then casted Fire Minion. And then Ace said, what is it this time? And then the Fire Minion casted a Fire Elf. And the Fire Elf shot fire arrows at Ace, which did nothing. And then Ace said, another Pyromancer? And then Blaze said, technically, yes, but he's my minion, and he sometimes helps me in battle. And then Ace said, I see. And then Ace used Fire Fist on the Fire Minion, and then the Fire Minion disappeared. And then Blaze cast Centaur, and then the Centaur shot an arrow at Ace, but it wasn't just a normal arrow. If it hit an opponent, the arrow would hit the enemy and then encase them in a tree, and then the tree would explode into little wooden particles and also hit the opponent. But the arrow went through Ace and still encased him in a tree, but he burned the tree to the ground, and then Ace said, I'm tired of this, and then used And then Ace goes, Dayenkai, Ite! And then Blaze said, I won't go down so easily. And then casted Fire Trap Converter and on Ace. And then casted Efreet. And then there was a big explosion. And after the explosion was gone, there was some mist and a shadow figure. And after the mist was gone, the person left standing was Ace. And then Ace said, sorry, I had to come to this, my friend. The fight we had was pretty great, and you did pretty well for yourself. And for my appreciation for that, I'll throw you into that portal so you can get back home. And then Ace took Blaze's body and threw it in the portal, and then said, while tipping his hat, see ya. And alright, that's where we're gonna stop. And next time, hopefully last time, hopefully it'll be the last part. It should be. It'll be. I'll leave it off on next battle being Zero Crocodile versus Rob for the 2-year time skip. So that is going to be it for now. So to next time, to me reading stories episode 2 part 3. This is RobotGz. Sign off. Bye.